Tyler with Ignite Attachments. Today is third function kit install day. So walk you through how to install it, what you need access to. You need access to your battery, you need access to your pump, your loader control valve. If you have a rear hydraulic, you'll need access to that, but we're gonna remove a tube line, run some new hoses, couplers, and a valve. Your kit's gonna come with all the brackets, manifolds, wiring, new handle, couplers, all the things you'll need, new hoses. Might be nice to have some mats under your tractor for hydraulic fluid, some extra rags. Again, you're gonna need access to your loader control valve and then your pump return. If you have an SVC for the back, that's the hard line it'll come off. It's gonna be the return line off your loader control valve that goes to your pump return. So we're gonna take that off. Your new line's gonna run up to the third function kit controller, and then the other line's gonna come back to your return. So you just add a loop in your whole system there. Safety first, obviously. So got jack stand underneath the tractor, got all blocked up, got the parking brake on. Some helpful things when doing this install, maybe have an extra hydraulic filter, since you will be opening up the system, exposing it to contaminants. So grab an extra filter, some fluid, because you're gonna lose some fluid opening up your lines, and then also to fill your new lines. So you're gonna need some extra fluid. Not gonna be a bunch, but need some extra. So filter, fluid, bunch of rags. First thing is mounting our bracket to the loader support. Spacer, bolt, washer. The manifold and the control valve here. We're gonna pop these holders in here out. When mounting the block to the valve here, make sure this little guy is lined up with the side that has a P stamped on it. So the P's up, and we'll need to make sure that this is up. These are Allen heads, number 4 to be specific. Worth mentioning, you want to do this in as clean a place as possible so you don't end up getting contaminants in your system. Now we've got our valve assembled, mounted on our bracket. Remember, A and B up, P and T ports down. Again, we have some Allen bolts here to hold them in. Don't drop your bolts. It's really unfortunate. On this particular green machine, it's going to be this return line. Hard line we take off goes from the loader control valve to the top of the pump to return fluid. So we're just going to take those 2 fittings off. You can use an adjustable wrench, or you can grab a 13/16. The thicker hoses and shorter hoses are for your control valve lines. So one's gonna be your pressure. In this case, the 90-degree fitting is gonna come off the loader control valve over here, and then one with the 2 straight fittings is going to run the return from the valve to our third function kit, and then third function kit to the return is how that loop's gonna go. Fittings for the third function control valve, so you can hook your hoses up. Ports A and B are going to get the ones with the O-ring fitting coming on top of them, and the P and T are going to get just these pressure fitted ones with a tapered top. From your return off your loader control valve to your P port, your pressure port on the bottom of the third function kit valve. And then your other line is going to hook into the T port and come back to your hydraulic return here. Make sure you have clearance from your 3-point lever so you don't hit it, so you want to route it the correct way. When you tighten these fittings, grab a wrench to fit on the valve side so we don't spin that one. Want to keep it tight, 3/4 in this case. Then we can torque these down. For the loader bracket with our couplers, we are going to use the bulkhead fittings to come through so we can put our one male, one female on here. We're going to have one male and female for those loader arm hoses. So our two male fittings are actually going to go on that third function control valve. So we'll set those aside, go back, put those on, and put our bulkhead fittings on. And 2 male couplers on your A and B ports. A couple fittings to your A and B lines off your port for your loader. So we gotta thread these 2 little fittings in. Then we can put our coupler on, our female coupler. And route these down the same routing as your factory lines are. And we can zip tie them, and then they're gonna route to the right side of your loader with the bracket for your third function couplers. All right, now we gotta get our controller and our harness on. Take our screws out, and this will sit on your existing loader control lever with the buttons however you want. Make it so it works nice for you. We're gonna route this down underneath the boot. Get to a 12-volt source. And then we have the harness that jumps up to the control valve on the third function kit. So we'll route those and get everything buttoned up, zip tied, secured, looking nice. Once you get your handle on, wires tucked down, kind of routed where you want them to go. The last little jumper is up to the harness or up to the valve block, one on either end. If it functions backwards of how you like it, just switch the plugs. Everything should be hooked up now, kit installed. Here's a front end loader connection. Just routed up the loader arms there. Got the power hooked up on the battery. Over to the valve block. Got our tuning lines ran, everything zip tied in place. Line up to the controller. Supply line to our valve, and then the return. I already have the seat put back on here, but return to the pump right there. So we'll button everything up